Hey, welcome to a Monday morning in November, and as you can see I'm out on my road bike for a little spin around the Peak District here in the UK. Wow, what a fantastic day actually it was to be outside just enjoying the autumn, getting a bit of fresh air. This is my bike, it's a Triban RC 520, and in this review I'll tell you a couple of things I've changed on the bike. I'll mention one or two things I really like about this 520. One or two things I'm not too keen on, to be honest, but overall whether I think the Triban RC 520 is a worthwhile road bike for you to purchase. So stay tuned and let's take a look.
It's not so easy getting up here, but man, is it worth it? Oh.
This is 2 years ago. I just bought the bike and wheeled it out of the shop. I was all giddy with excitement, and of course this isn't a £10,000 dream machine, we all know that, but I think you'll agree for the money it's an understated but quite a nice looking road bike. Here it is on today's ride, a couple of years later. You can see the Schwalbe Marathon touring tyres I've got on the bike, and a few other things that I've changed in the years that I've had it and been riding this bike. Essentially, the Triban RC 520 is a relaxed geometry aluminium frame road bike with carbon blade forks. It has hydraulic discs front and back, cable operated but with a hydraulic caliper. Works quite well, decent stopping power and pretty good in the wet as well. Essentially it's Shimano 105 components, which is great, 50-34 at the front, and then out of the shop you get an 11-32 cassette on the back. However, what you'll see I've done here is I've put a wolf tooth road link on the back, and that's allowed me to move my derailleur sort of out and down and put a much bigger, almost mountain bike size cassette on the rear. And that's absolutely great for a lot of the hilly cycling that I like to do here in the UK, in places like the Peak District, the Lake District and Snowdonia. Triban's or Decathlon's own ErgoFit saddle is absolutely fine, and I found it pretty comfortable once I got used to it. And then in terms of the front end or the cockpit, again it's the in-house handlebars, road bike handlebars from Triban. I ride a medium frame and the bars come with a 100mm stem at the front, which to be honest for me was quite a reach, and I think a lot of new cyclists or cyclists not that used to road bikes will have a similar experience. They might find a little bit of a stretch at the front. So what I've done here, you can see I've put a shorter stem, and that's just added a little bit of, well, it's minimised the reach and added a little bit of comfort. So essentially I can spend longer on the bike, it's great. You can see a little bit of RC 520 branding on the top stem, which is just a nice final touch. Okay, while I take 5, I'll just tell you a couple of things that I really like about this bike and maybe a couple of things that I'm not so keen on. Actually, there's a lot of things I like about this bike. Probably the top two would be it's really well made in my opinion. I think the components are really good. It feels very well put together. It's quite a confident, reassuring ride when you're on the road. It feels very planted, and for me they're big pluses. I also like the fact that it's so versatile. You can use this as a commuting bike, cycling to work. Could be a winter bike, your main road bike, and you can even do some touring on it, which I've done with no problems whatsoever. Things I'm not too over the moon about. For some reason, it might just be me. I've never really got on with the handlebars. I think they're a little bit too deep, maybe a little bit too wide for my shoulder width. I've tried a few different setups. I've had a riser on, I've had a shorter stem, slightly longer stem, and I can't quite get the setup dialed in. So it's really, really comfortable, super comfortable. So yeah, something about the bars that I've never really got on with. The other thing I'm not over the moon about really is the weight. It is quite a heavy bike. I think it's 10.5, 11 kilos sort of out of the box. I'm 6 foot tall and I ride a medium, which is fine. It's fine for my height. I'm not really the kind of road cyclist that's obsessed or bothered with weight particularly, but just practical things like if I have to lift it over a gate or put it in a car, being a kilo or two lighter would really help. Overall, I think the positives massively outweigh the negatives with this bike. And for the money, it's mid-November 2021 here in the UK. I think the bike sells at 850 quid at the moment, which is I think just under €1,000, just under $1,200. I think for the money you're spending, you're getting a lot of bike, and you're getting something that's pretty bomb-proof and with a little bit of light maintenance that you can do yourself. You've got thousands and thousands of miles and years of happy cycling ahead of you. So if you're sitting on the fence thinking about getting a Triban RC 520, my recommendation would be go for it. I think you'll really, once you get used to the bike, and you get, maybe you change a couple of things just to get the setup perfect for how you want to ride it, I think you'll really enjoy owning and riding this bike. Thanks. Bye.